Let's talk about a little known way that you can make a solid living working from home in your pajamas, if you will, and be trained to do so completely for free in a matter of weeks, potentially even less time if you're really diligent about going through all the training as quickly as possible. And this is with Google certifications. So let's talk about how this works, why you can make upwards of $100 per hour by doing this short training and then selling your skills, and how you can make this happen. So starting off with, what are Google certifications? So Google certifications are free courses teaching marketable skills on Google's platforms. And this includes everything from Google Ads, Google Ad Manager, Google My Business, Google Marketing, YouTube, Waze ads, tons of things like that, all broken down into smaller and more specific topics that you can get certified on each individual topic and then sell your service to business owners. So taking a look at the Google site where you can make this happen, this is on skillshop.withgoogle.com. And all you have to do is click Get Started here. And it brings up a page of the various certifications that you can get. Now, the most marketable ones, the ones that you can make the most money generally, are the Google Ads, Google Marketing Platform, the Analytics Academy, Google Ad Manager, and Google My Business. And I would especially focus on the Ad Manager, My Business, and Google Ads. So going into Google Ads, each and every one of these has their own certifications. So if we just click into Google Ads certifications here, we can see there's different certificates for each and every different skill type. Google Ads Display certification, Google Ads Search, Google Ads Measurement certification, video ads. So all sorts of different topics that you can learn about and be certified on, and then sell your service as a certified professional. So just clicking into this top one here, we can see Google Ads Display certification. All you have to do in order to get your certificate in this is go through these 6 different courses, and then you'll do a knowledge assessment and you'll just take a test and you are good to go. So this one is 1.3 hours and you get that certificate after you take the test. And you can literally do that for each and every one of these to become fully certified. So there's a few different methods that you can do here. First, you could do something like becoming completely certified in Google Ads, which means going through all the various courses here, several hours to go through everything, become certified in all things Google Ads. Now, some people who are especially ambitious may want to go through all of the different Google products and become certified in literally everything. That way you can be like a one-stop shop for all things Google services. And the reason that this works is because small businesses are willing to hire people to do this. I'm a perfect example of that. I own a small business, I own a moving and storage business, and I don't want to learn Google Ads. I don't want to learn Google My Business. So what I did years ago, I hired someone to set up my Google Ads. The reason I did that is because I looked at that as a skill that would take me quite a bit of time to do, but that's not my main focus of business, so I was willing to hire someone to do that. I paid them several $100s to do it, set everything up, and then they take a look at it on a monthly basis and tweak things as needed. But I was personally willing to pay that, and I'm not the only business owner like this, especially older business owners who are realizing, okay, these things are becoming more and more relevant. I got to get into Google Ads, I got to get into Google My Business and understand how all of this works. They are willing to pay for that because they know there's a return on investment here. So it's a very easy sell as a solo operator, as a freelancer, to sell something that is going to automatically make someone more money, save them money, and save them time. It's a very easy sell, and businesses are willing to do this. So let's talk about how much you can actually make doing this. So first off, this is a freelancer site, Fiverr. It's very popular. I'm sure you've heard of it before. I just searched Google Ads Manager here. Now, I did notice on Fiverr, you don't make quite as much as some other sites, but I wanted to highlight this just as a potential option. So Google Ads Manager, we can see that there's prices ranging all over the board for varying services all across the board. And if we search Google My Business, this one is the same case. You don't see very high prices here, but there's something that I want to highlight because you can actually become a Fiverr Pro. I'll leave this link on how exactly to become a Fiverr Pro, but basically a Fiverr Pro is a verified professional on the Fiverr platform, and this gives you a tag and allows you to charge much, much more than all of these basic listings. Someone who's willing to just charge $10 or something like that, that's not worth doing. So if we filter this by pro services, which you'd have to build up a little bit of a resume and then apply for the pro certification. You can see the prices jump up dramatically for what people are charging for these kinds of things. So again, this was Google Ads Manager. If we go to Google My Business and check pro services only, we can see prices jump up dramatically. Now the cheaper ones in this case, like $100, really is just like a cursory overview. And then some of these other ones, $250, some of them are up to $1,000. They could be larger products or reoccurring services. Now something that's very beneficial with the Google Ads especially is you can sell a monthly service. So many businesses, they're going to want you to keep an eye on their Google Ads on a consistent basis. So what that means is you can pick up multiple clients who are paying you something like $100 to $500 per month to manage their ads. And then you're just building up a customer base. And it doesn't take very many customers to earn thousands of dollars per month with that. So I mean, let's say you have 20 customers paying you $200 per month. That is $4,000 per month just to deal with 20 people and their Google Ads. And that's something that doesn't need a whole lot of tweaking. Basically, once it's set. You'll just make small tweaks if they change something in their marketing or something like that. So there's a ton of money to be made there with the reoccurring clients. That's something that I would personally really focus on if you're interested in this. Now, if we go to peopleperhour.com, this site I found offers a little bit higher paying gigs. So if we go into Google Ads Manager, these are listings offered. We can see the prices here. Fixed price, $155, $142, $106. These are for basic audits. Here's one for $42 per hour, $31 per hour, $57 per hour. Now, what I found is a lot of people will become an expert in one area. So you might become a Google Ads Manager and then notice, for whatever reason, I'm getting a ton of pizza shops. And then you can slowly become the pizza shop ad manager, and you can reach out to other pizza shops and say, hey, I operate my business with 30 different pizza shops. We see these results, and it's much easier to sell. But there's a million different ways that you can do this and kind of grow your online business here. And then if we go to the Google My Business projects here on People Per Hour, this is where it gets even more exciting. You can see fixed prices much higher to set up businesses. Google My Business page, which is just you search a business and it's on the sidebar there that gives some basic information, some pictures, things like that. So you get better and better at the SEO there. And of course, this is something that is of high value to businesses. So we can see fixed prices all across the board, from small services. I need help finding a business name. I mean, that's easy enough. I almost want to do that for $49 to certifying them on Google search for $1,200. All across the board, there is tons of money to be made here. There are 30 million small businesses in the United States, and a large majority of them are not experts in these kinds of things, and that's why there's money to be made here. Now, one other way that you could potentially make a lot of money online is with a YouTube channel, and you're in luck because I run a successful YouTube channel, and I've made a how-to school on how, look at that ugly mug, on how exactly to start and run an extremely successful YouTube channel with tips and tricks on SEO, how to get over talking to the camera because it's extremely awkward, why you should start a YouTube channel, why YouTube is the best platform for this kind of stuff. There is tons of money to be made on YouTube. There are hundreds of thousands of channels who make more than $10,000 per month just on YouTube. There's so much money to go around here, and it's something that I'm extremely excited about. So I'll have this link down in the description as well if you're at all interested in starting a YouTube channel. I need to get this off of my face. So just in summary here, these are the different kinds of certifications that you can get. I personally would focus most on Google Ads, Google Ad Manager, and Google My Business. Those seem to be the most marketable, the ones that people are willing to pay for the most. Now, there are other reasons why you might want to go through these trainings just besides the fact that you can make good money by doing so. First off is just general knowledge. Even if you went through this training, you didn't end up selling it as a skill, you'll understand how these systems work, and we can all pretty much assume that Google isn't going anywhere anytime soon, and understanding how their systems work is a great thing to do. Even if you are just a small business owner, you may want to consider going through these trainings if you don't want to hire someone to do this all for you. Second, of course, is just high demand skills. Like I mentioned earlier, there are millions of small businesses who are willing to hire this kind of stuff out. And then third is the value of just an online business where you can work from anywhere. You can have your kids at home. You can do other things in between working. You can have a more flexible schedule. It's definitely awesome to be able to work from the computer. Now let's talk downsides with this as well, because of course there's always downsides downsides to everything. The largest downsides with these courses is they don't actually provide opportunities to dive deep into applying these skills. They mostly focus on the general details of the content and how the systems work, but it's not exactly real world experience, or you're gonna have to do some projects before you actually understand the real world experience and get better at being creative and problem solving here. And then second, it adds to your resume, but it isn't the same thing as a degree. So I wanted to highlight this, like, yes, it looks good on a resume. Even if you're applying for a job somewhere, it looks good to be certified here, but it's not as good as a 4-year degree. So you just want to be realistic about the expectations of having that on your resume, which isn't really an issue, but it's just, of course, something that I wanted to highlight. So I think that this is an extremely exciting area to navigate down if you're just sitting and wondering, hey, what should I do? I want to work from the computer. What exactly should I do? It's always good to sell a service that is in demand. It doesn't matter if there's competition. That just means that there's a lot of people willing to pay for this service. And hey, why not try something where you can make upwards of $100 to $120 per hour at home in your PJs with a sparkling water at your side? Doesn't sound too bad to me. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you like this video and subscribe for other useful tips on how to make more money, news that makes you money, everything you need to know regarding finance. Make sure you're subscribed, turn on the notification bell. I'll have all the relevant links down in the description that we talked about during this video. And again, I would just like to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.